Hi everyone, it's Emma from Emma K Plans and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be me sort of running through and explaining my leftovers process, how I organize, how I store, all that sort of thing I guess. And then I think you'll see this, you'll see this before another video which I'm filming, which is going to be like actually how I put together a spread based on leftovers. So I debated doing it into one video or two, but I thought I would split it up. So this video, as I said, is going to be just my organization of leftovers and what I do once I'm finished with a kit, essentially. So I've got a few binders, so like these things, like A5 sheet thing, I don't know what you call them, like, I don't know, these things to run through to kind of show you what my leftovers looks like. So starting off, I've just picked out the kit that I used last week to kind of demonstrate, to show you what it would look like. It's not always like this because this is a Luxe kit. So if I ever use a Luxe or an so Luxe from Glam Planner or Ultimate from SPC, I'll obviously have a lot more leftovers than if I use a mini kit from either shop, but the principle remains the same. So essentially what I do is I go through first of all and select, or like any of the full boxes that I have left over, I try and condense them. So you can see here I've got two fashion girls, like the back of their heads, and then two tall fashion girls. So I've got that page. I move these across and then I put on here 5 full boxes because that's what I need to make a spread at the minimum. So if I've got 8 full boxes, I can do a spread in my planner head planner, or if I've got 5, I can do one in my B6. So as long as I have 5 boxes or less, we're all good to go. So I've put together like the full box sheet, I guess. But normally, as I said, I would not have this many full boxes left over. Normally I'd have something like this. So only like fashion girls left over to use in the future. So I condense them all as much as possible. So I don't have like sheets everywhere. I've then got my date cover sheet. So I don't use date covers in my main planner, but I definitely use them in other planners. So these will be perfect. I don't have to find date covers that match when I do the B6 spread. I can just use these. I've then got the check boxes, which I definitely don't use anymore in my main spread, but occasionally I use in my other planner, so I will keep those. Then I've got this page, which I honestly hardly used at all because it was a Luxe kit. There was just so many boxes and stuff, so I'm pretty much keeping this whole thing intact. And then what I do is I go through and I cut down, like I condense as much as I can. I move stickers onto other sheets and I condense and cut. So I've got this little section of the page which has been cut off the side because I didn't even use it. This is the label sampler, so I've moved, like this label was on another sheet, so I've moved it across. I've got this little cut off here, which this was on another sheet as well, and so was this. So I've just moved everything, as I said, across to kind of condense as much as possible. And then last but not least, I have the glitter headers still, so I will definitely use these again, and the 2 weekly check boxes. So this is definitely more than what I get left with after most weeks, but that's because it is a Luxe kit. And I will be using this in my B6. So this particular kit, I will actually put the full boxes on the front, and I will actually go and store this in my B6 kits section. But for this video, I'm gonna pretend that I don't have enough to make a kit. So for example, all I have is these full boxes and the leftovers, which is not enough to make a kit. Then it goes into my leftover binder, which looks like this. It is a little chunky. Believe it or not, it actually used to be chunkier. Probably last week I went through and just got rid of a whole lot of crap that I just didn't need. So what I would do is I'd have my leftover sheets here and I'd go and pop them away. So this is my full boxes that live in the front. So I'll take some out and kind of go through. So this is just like random offcuts. So like you can see when you buy like 4 Fashion Girls and you only need 1. An extra box and the bottom washi that I didn't use. Extra girls here, extra skin tones. So I got a lot of extra skin tones. I used this kit in the B6, so I didn't need 9 full boxes. Again, Fashion Girls, this sort of thing. So it's just all the leftover. A lot of it is Fashion Girls because when you buy Fashion Girls, you get generally 4 and you only need 1. So that's what this is. And then I will go through, which you'll see in my next video, and if I don't have enough boxes, I will go and actually find a Fashion Girl or 2 that matches the kit. So that's 4 boxes, so I would go and put that in here if this was a normal leftovers. I then have boxes. So this is literally just all sorts of the boxes page that like you get after you've used a kit. I don't really know, that doesn't make sense. I also go through and do like these on just plain sticker paper, like just merge heaps of stuff together because I just don't like having, you know, a couple of labels on each sheet. So that's just a whole heap of boxes. So I'd go through and I'd find my boxes, which in this kit would be, if I could pick it up. So I'd put this page, if I could pick any of it up. So I would go and put all 4 of these in this page, this section here, if I was tucking away that kit. Next is heart checklist. So not the full box ones, just the like literal heart checklist. So I use these in my B6 to mark work. So I definitely keep these. I don't use them in my main spread all the time. So I cut these out and I will match them up with kits. And then I could tuck it in. Same thing with weekly checklists is the next one. I'm not going to take them out, but you know what they look like. Same thing. So I cut, if I don't use them, I'll cut them out to use in a different spread. At one stage, I was doing bill dues and flight trackers. Like I was taking them off the page and putting them on sticker paper. I don't really do that anymore because they just go in my boxes section, but I kept the ones that I did do separately. And then I've got little things, which I don't keep little things leftovers generally. These are ones that I got in a grab bag because they do have labels up the top and they're full sheets. But I, yeah, generally don't keep them aside, otherwise I just have way too much. And then last but not least, no, actually this is the second last, I have date dots and date covers. So a lot of these are ones that I have actually purchased like in store. So I've got some from Stella Bow, I've got some from Scribble Prints Co. So as you can see, I've like cut them down and condensed. That's what I do in this planner, is condense, condense, condense. And then I do ones that I haven't used from kits. So again, if I was putting this leftovers in front of me away, I would go and tuck the date covers into this section here. And then I've got the date dots, which I am running very, very low on. But anyway, then last in the leftovers section is glitter headers. So I put any glitter headers that I received in like grab bags. A lot of these are actually from, I bought like a massive Scribble Prints Co. grab bag probably a couple years ago, and I got a lot of this style, and I've just slowly been using them. Yeah, like I literally have heaps of these, which is perfectly helpful. Multicolor as well. And then when I use Glam Planner kits and you get a set of glitter headers in the kit, I'll cut them out. Essentially, I'll save anything that's going to be useful in the future, like anything and everything, because I will use it again. And then in the back of this folder, I have 15mm strips and label samplers, which I have bought in like grab bags and stuff, or I've bought like 2 of, for example. When I buy in store, I buy 2 of, one to use with the kit and then one to use in the future. And then at the back, I store my heart checklist, which I don't have that many because long story short, they're in a different binder, which we'll go through in a second. So that is my main leftovers binder. This is what I will come to after I have selected my full boxes, but as I said, you'll get a whole like run through of that in the other video. But this is how I store all my leftovers. So as I mentioned, I try not to throw anything out that's useful. Anything that I can use in the future, I will cut up, organize, and then store in here for future use. I then have a couple of other random binders which probably don't make any sense for me to like tell someone, like to tell you guys, but they make perfect sense to me. So I've got this one first of all, which is where I store all of my full box sheets or my full box leftover full boxes that I have almost enough to make a kit but not quite. So this one is like fashion girls and one-offs and that sort of thing. Actually, this one is a great example. So that one should be in this binder because I have 4 full boxes. I've got almost enough to make a kit. So that should be in this binder. So let's run through this. So as I said, this is full boxes to start with, and then full boxes that I almost have enough. So this is like I got a rack bag from SPC that had like these 4, it's got 4 actually, 4 sheets in it. So I kept that all together because that will eventually make a kit. That could probably be moved to my B6 binder or my other binder because I would do a spread with it. But because it's not a full spread, I don't have enough, I keep it in here. Then I've just got like leftover boxes, which I'm probably will end up trying to use this in my main planner, which I don't normally do, but I'm gonna try, I think, and pull in enough leftovers to use this because I love it. So anyway, and then I try and group full boxes together. So these two have a very similar vibe. This one's obviously going to the movies, and then this is like Netflix and chill, but very similar colors, that sort of thing. Then we've got like the Mexican Fiesta. We've got like purple. This is like red and black. Again, this is like a sticker guru, the essentials kit. So I don't quite have enough to make a kit, so it's in here. Same as this one. I've got winter, planner girl, camping, Halloween. This one I've only got the fashion girls, which probably could go in that other binder, but because there's so many of them, I keep them in here because I could theoretically I have 1, 2, 3 full boxes. I just need 2 more. More full boxes. Same with this Easter kit, but this one I could definitely do a spread with because they're all different. You kind of can get the idea. And then we get to here, which is I almost have enough full boxes. This one I actually do, so I just need to, whenever I want to use this kit, I can pull it out and match some leftovers up. So I've got 6 full boxes, which will make a kit or a spread. This one I've got like 1, 2, 3, and then I've got 4 behind here, so that'll make a spread. This one I've got 5, that'll make a spread. Easter I've only got 3 plus a double box. No, 3 plus a fashion girl, so I've got 4. This one I've got 5. So this is where I just go in and match any leftovers that I have, but I don't have a full kit yet. Excuse me. I don't know if I'm making any sense. As I said, it all makes sense perfectly to me, but trying to explain it to someone, I feel like people are gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about, Emma? But this is how I operate, and it's made a lot of sense to me for a long time. So I'll tuck that in there because I need one more full box, which I will have because I'm using this kit in my main planner and I have fashion girls, so I will have enough. But yeah, this is essentially where I come to find my full boxes to do my planner head spreads, but you will see that in a video. And then last but not least is probably the binder that makes the least sense. So you've seen all of my folders with my kits. So I've got my EC, what's still called EC, but it's essentially my main spread kits. I've then got my B6, and then I've got my 2 storage binders, which are seasons and travel and anytime and events. Then I have this random binder that is kits that I hate, or kits that I've hoarded for too long and I don't want to use, or kits that I don't like and I want to sell. But the thing is, living in Australia, I can't sell any of these. No one wants to buy them because no one wants to spend $30 on a kit. They all want to support Australian shops, which is fair enough. I'm not going to get into that, but I can't sell them, long story short. So I moved them from my storage into this binder, and then I might go through and pick one of these out to use in my B6 or my plan ahead planner. It makes no sense. They should just be in storage until I use them, but in my head, they're not taking up space in my storage and I'm not hoarding them. As I said, I'm well aware that makes 0 sense, but it makes sense in my head, and that's what we go with. So, like, I've got a few, most of these, honestly, not most, a lot of them are mystery kits, which that's the gamble you take with mystery kits. You're gonna love some, you're not gonna love others, but I really struggle to sell mystery kits. So at the most, I struggle to sell all kits, but mystery kits the most. So like this one, I've actually got the full boxes, which you probably saw in my other binder, but like this is an ultimate kit. So I don't really want to use an ultimate kit in a B6 or my other planner. However, because it's in here, it's kind of in the bin anyway. Does that make any sense? So mentally, once I've taken the kits out of my storage and into here, I don't want them anymore. They're useless, they're worthless. I would throw them in the bin if that's what it meant. So then I'm like, well, I may as well reuse them. Whereas if they were in my binder and I went to use it, I'd be like, oh no, I can't use an ultimate kit in my B6. That's just wasting it. I don't know, that's my thought process. We'll just go with it. So anyway, this is my bin binder, and anything in here is a freebie and I can use it in whatever planner. So I've got this mystery kit from Scribble Prints Co. I've got these old format Caress Press. I've got 2 of them. I was obsessed with these kits in the shop, like so much so that I bought her top kit, which I don't normally buy that, and now I hate them. So don't know what the go is, but again, so it's a full kit, so I need to use it. This kit, I actually like it. I can just never find a spot for it in my setup, in my lineup. So that's also what's in here. I don't have to hate them. It's just, I've had this one for probably at least 2 years, if not 3. And I put it in my setup, my lineup, and then I just take it out because I don't want to use it. So 3 years is too long. It goes in here because it's in the bin pile. I have been known to reach in here in the past and pull a kit out and use it, which again, makes no sense. But it is what it is. So this might get used. If I don't find any spring kits that I like, I'll use it in spring. Otherwise, I'll use it in B6. Christmas kit from Harriet Wright Designs from literally like 5 years ago. I always forget I have it and never use it. So now it's in here to use in another planner. This winter kit from Glam Planner, which I bought and then I got it and I decided I really didn't like it. So it's in here. Mystery kit. This whole lake business is very American. We don't do this here. So it's just not my thing at all. But I'll use it in another planner. This kit, I love TWG Art. She's was my favorite. Now she's probably my second favorite artist. So I bought it, but I don't actually like the full boxes. I don't know why I'm telling you this, you probably don't care. Glam Planner, like a bouquet kit. Again, this has been in my setup for years and I just always bump it. This I bought as like a glitch or something like years ago, and then I just have never used it. This kit I bought and then I decided I didn't like it. Mystery kit that I've had for years and I don't like. I accidentally bought 2 of these somehow, so I've got 2. And then this is where I was saying before, it kind of makes no sense. I also have check boxes in here. The reason they're in here is because if I do sell any of these kits, I always ask people, do you use checklists? Do you want some? And that's why they're in here. And there's random ones in the other binder. So this is my ship binder, essentially, my ship folder. Again, does any of that make any sense whatsoever? Probably not, but that's okay. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. But that is how I store my leftovers, and leftover, literal like cut off leftovers and leftover kits as well. So hopefully you found that interesting. I don't really know if you did. I don't really know because it made no sense, but it's how my brain works. I've had this system for like a few years now and it works great for me. As I said, I save everything that I can and I reuse it, and it works for me. So if you found it interesting, please let me know, or actually let me know how you store your stuff. Do you have a random binder that makes no sense? I'd probably doubt it, but if you do, I'd love to hear about it. And also stay tuned for that video. I think that'll be my, what day is it? Friday video for next week will be how I put together a spread using leftovers. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.